Hello everyone and welcome to my build video for the upcoming Summerset Patch. This build heavily focuses on sustainable burst damage, which has its roots from the King meta back in 2017. The sets I'm gonna run for Summerset Patch are 2 veli, 5 Baron Pirate on my body and 5 Spriggan on my front bar only, and a Master Spell on my back bar. The traits on my armor pieces are gonna be full impen and 2 well fitted wherever. It is really just a preference. You can run full impen for more defense, or you can run 2 well fitted or 1 well fitted. It's really about your preference. When it comes to my weapons, I run an infused disease. Great spot on my front bar because in comparison to sharpened or in horde, infused disease is just so much more burst because that enchant procs every second surprise attack weave. My back bar I use infused weapon damage, so when I apply my poison injection on the enemy, I'm gonna do 1 or 2 light attacks to proc the glyph and do even more damage. I run tri-stat glyphs on my big pieces and maximum stamina on my small pieces. I run 5R1 with the head being heavy and the shoulder being light. Don't forget about the heavy armor passives for even more health. When it comes to jewelry this patch, I run all STAM recovery glyphs and all 3 unit trait because it gives me even more magicka and makes the lack of shackle breaker not really that noticeable. My unbuffed stats look like this. 3.5k STAM recovery, almost 59k maximum stamina, almost 20k maximum health, which is gonna be at around 24 to 25k health in Cyrodiil, 13k magicka, and 2.3k weapon damage. I have almost 8k physical penetration, which makes my infused disease and veli even stronger. Spriggan is still the hardest hitting set in the game for a stamina Nightblade, and is being used by stamina gankers nowadays because just of the way the set works in comparison to stacking weapon damage. Because what physical penetration and Spriggan does is increase your overall stamina damage percentage wise depending on your opponent's armor, instead of weapon damage just increasing your tooltips. The great thing about Spriggan is that even if I'm on my back bar, I get the maximum stamina not only for damage, but I can use it as a resource pool as well, because the first 2 set bonuses are stamina. Now you don't lose these maximum stamina stats when you switch your bars, which makes it perfect for being a front bar set this patch. When it comes to my major brutality and potion buffs and relentless, my stats look like this. 3k stamina recovery, 2.7k weapon damage, and that's really it. I'm not a Warspmer, I'm a red card, so I get even more sustain by having the red card passive, which gives me 800 more stamina every 5 seconds when I weave. This time is procced, and my weapon damage is 3.3k. Notice that I wear Master Spell. The 3.3k weapon damage is gonna go up even more to around 4k, because the Master Spell Caustic Arrow set buff scales with major brutality and with the medium armor passive. My bar setup looks like this. Ambush for gap closer, which you don't necessarily need, it's just a preference at this point. Surprise attack, which is your main spammable. Rally for your flash heal, mass hysteria against enemies that block a lot, and executioner. You can use the Olymorph. I use the Olymorph on live server. On PTS I was just dueling a lot, so I took this. And of course in cap. My backbar looks like this, Relentless Focus, which is just a preference. You can go Shade, which is better in 1vx scenarios, especially in Summerset Patch, which you don't need a target for to cast it. Or you can go Leeching Strikes, which is better in duels, a bit of cheese. Poison Injection, which you need for your Master's Bow. Vigor, Shadowy Disguise, Shuffle, and Temporary Guard. I'm not gonna use this skill very often. Mainly the reason why I use this skill in my backbar is for the minor protection, because my backbar bow is the bar where I run away or block meteors with. So when I block the meteor in Summerset Patch, you get this shield, which is gonna make the meteors not hurt anymore. And you also get the minor protection, and when you run away, you dodge roll a lot, means you get the speed buff. So your backbar is mainly gonna be buffs and defensive stats. Remember, you can also use Temporary Guard as a defensive skill if you run away from Zergs. You just pop it, get your health, magicka, everything back. You can reposition, which is gonna confuse the enemies, and go back into Cloak, sneak away. It's just a beautiful skill that will make the Nightblade even stronger. Especially when you run this skill. The foot I'm running is Dubious Camera Throne for the Burn Pirate 5 set bonus. It also gives me so much more stamina recovery and max stamina. And potions, I run Tri-Stat potions. I pop them whenever my magicka, my stamina is low, or whenever I take a lot of damage. For CP I run 56 into Mighty, 54 into Piercing, 34 into Precise Strikes. Well, people run a lot Imp nowadays, but crits are still the main reason why you burst your enemies so fast down. 66 into Master at Arms and 40 into Shattering Blows because I'm running Sprig and I want more damage against shields. 61 into Tumbling because of your Stamblade, 48 into Befall because of Cancer, 75 into Mooncalf to increase my stamina recovery, none into Tenacity, although you can run a few points in there. I instead took my points and put it into Sprinter because I'm just used to sprinting a lot when running away from Zergs or things like that. And 44 into Warlord to increase my sustain even more. 19 into Quick Recovery, because heals are the only things that are gonna keep you alive, and Cloak. 56 into Elemental Defender, 49 into Hardy, 23 into Thick Skinned because bleeds nowadays, bleed builds are very strong. 37 into Resistant, because Resistant is one of the main reasons why you are so tanky in PvP. And 66 into Ironclad.
We can have a sing along. You need to know that I'm a